Okay, so I wasn't going to cover this topic again for a variety of different reasons. One, plenty of other people are absolutely churning out videos on the subject. Like, a lot of videos. I'm not exaggerating. A whole lot. Two, it kind of felt like dogpiling. With this many people on board, Suzy Lou knows that she messed up. She likely knew a long time ago, but now the whole thing is pretty radioactive, so yeah. Didn't seem like another voice beyond my drive-by coverage that mostly focused on freedom of speech versus YouTube as a publisher/platform was really necessary. And third, the topic started to feel a bit murky. There was a hacking group involved, there were accusations of doxing, it was getting pretty serious. However, even with all those reasons not to cover it, the motivation to do another segment outweighed it all because the sheer outpouring of suspect events, discoveries, and realizations reached critical mass. To briefly summarize, Suzy Lou was originally a gaming channel back in the day, who then turned to reaction videos, if you can even call them that, which there really is just like giggles or gasps while an anime episode played in the bottom corner of the video. Honestly, it's just rock bottom content. I don't want to devolve into petty insults here, but on the hierarchy chart of YouTube effort and value, that's pretty much bedrock right there. This video type became basically the entire point of her channel, and eventually other YouTubers began to call her out for this. Here's the thing, she didn't like that, and that's when things started to really spiral. She began to get heavily criticized for the anime reactions, with another creator even bringing on a lawyer to discuss exactly why it is not fair use, and she is 100% in the wrong for producing and airing the segments on YouTube. Well, the videos that called out her actions started to get copyright flagged or struck down. Now things were really picking up steam. Somehow, some way, YouTubers seem to chronically forget the Streisand effect. The things that you want buried, you don't want anyone to see when intentionally suppressed, simply draw more attention to them. That's exactly what happened. People began to criticize her for taking down the critical videos, so she began to fight back harder, flagging even more, refusing to show her own flag history to prove her innocence, and ultimately a video by John Swan, which really sparked things off, got taken down by YouTube and all eyes turned to Suzy. This is where we need some context. Suzy Lou is a channel at over 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. Sounds like a lot, which means she does in fact have a partner manager. You get one at over 100,000 if you want one. I have one too. In fact, I've had 3 over the past several months. And I can tell you for a fact that they do not operate in the capacity that Suzy Lou claims. An odd little scenario cropped up where Suzy Lou bragged openly on Twitter about how John Swan's video would be taken down. And then it was taken down. Well, the rumor mill went absolutely insane because of this. Not only was Suzy Lou bragging about a manager who simply does not exist for the purposes that she pretends, she had also been featured in YouTube Rewind 2019, something that is pretty much only reserved for the largest multi-million subscriber channels on the platform. And she was featured smack dab at the beginning. Not only that, but she also claimed that when her channel was falsely taken down during the Christmas holiday, her partner manager came back into the office to sort it out for her, dropping everything to get it done. Here's the problem. Yet again, even the largest channels on YouTube as a platform are not able to exercise that amount of control or access over YouTube. A great example would be Marco Style, a channel with just about the same number of subscribers as Suzy Lou, who had his own channel hacked. A crypto scam was being streamed, like a scam, by the way, an actual hijacking of his channel, and then a scam, a verifiable scam, was being streamed to it for multiple consecutive days, not even during a holiday, and it was weeks before YouTube actually helped him. It took dozens of other creators tweeting, and I'm talking like really, really big creators on the platform, dozens more videos being made, including my own, even articles on Forbes being written about this mass spree of hackers that had compromised not just his channel, but dozens of others, with hundreds of thousands of subscribers involved. And even with all of that, YouTube took weeks to fix just a few, and the rest to this very day remain hijacked. Suzy Lou is either lying or she has some sort of special connection because it's not just a partner manager. That's not for me to speculate on though, at least not any further, because it's mostly irrelevant for my point. The main takeaway here is that all of this, plus a whole lot more, I only briefly summarized some of it, put the internet detectives on high alert, the drama and commentary communities started to take aim, and the Suzy Lou Gold Rush officially got started. Now is the part where I give credit to the people who actually found all of these things, or at the very least brought them to my attention. It could be a source further upstream in the investigative ecosystem who actually found them firsthand, I'm not sure. The vast majority of this info was gleaned from the reporting done by John Swan and his subsequent videos and live streams. Some other segments were garnered from tips and coverage that The Quartering produced, and here and there are points from Nicholas Diorio, Tipster, and various Discord servers. The whole thing honestly got crowdsourced, it feels, so I did my best to credit everyone. With all that out of the way, let's dive into the logistics behind how a YouTuber who was a little too fast and loose with copyright became a focal point for millions of people while her entire lazy operation gets torched by an absolute flamethrower. We've established that her response was to aggressively attack those who were criticizing her right to produce these reaction videos. But what was her go-to method for attack? Well, funnily enough, her criticism was that some of them were violating her copyright. No, I'm not joking here. She legitimately believed that using clips of her was not alright to do, that she owned the copyright to her own face, and that they should not be allowed to use her likeness in their critical coverage, despite the fact that she is a public figure. I guess she forgot about that part. I hope everyone can see what's about to pop off here. Since she legitimately went after others on the grounds of copyright, other people started to go after her. Now, it's important here to outline exactly what she's doing. In her videos, the anime episodes are small, off in the corner. She barely says or does anything while they play in their entirety, and the videos are also, the anime videos specifically, low transparency. This is done for one reason and one reason alone: to fool the automated YouTube algorithm into missing that this is effectively a full-length anime episode that is being just re-uploaded with a girl next to it doing basically nothing, while saying that she's reacting to it. We've all been there before, to some extent. Using 4 seconds, this is an easy example here off script, using 4 seconds of a Warner Brothers film as actual footage to underpin real or legitimate criticism and praise, boom, you get a copyright claim. So we've all gamed the system, myself included. But Suzy Lu was playing too hard, and it started to turn heads. Her solution was to make a transition to Patreon. Patreon, for those that don't know, and I have one in the description, you can go pay me money on it too, isn't it wonderful? But whatever, back on topic. Patreon is a content hosting platform and a communication tool where you accept money for doing various different things. In this case, Suzy Lu used it to upload her reactions and also paywall that anime content as well. In mid-January, or thereabouts, she got called out for this because she was making many thousands of dollars per month essentially re-uploading copyrighted material in the form of full anime episodes. But something I was not aware of, and credit to John Swan who displayed this on his recent live stream, which was an absolute pleasure to watch, and there's a link to his channel down below. I suggest checking out everyone that was involved in that live stream. They're all excellent creators. Was that her Patreon had been directly hit with over 100, it was actually like 140, I think, DMCA takedown notices by TV Tokyo for the anime episodes hosted there. This is the point where you would think that she got the memo. Playing fast and loose with copyright, you can get a little roasty toasty here and there, sure, but you don't want to get a third-degree burn. Except she didn't seem to care. The next step was making her own website to paywall the content over there, and also offer the non-transparency versions of the anime reactions. Remember, the transparency is specifically to fool the YouTube algorithm from rightly seeing that there is indeed copyright infringement taking place. She also seemingly acknowledged herself that past content had not conformed to proper copyright law or fair use, but that now there would be edits so that it would. All in all, I have no idea what the hell was or is going through this girl's head, but there's more. A lot of this bravado is predicated on her so-called boyfriend, a creator named Stejo or Stio, whatever, being a lawyer himself. But the internet sleuths dug into him next, and it seems highly suspicious whether or not he has any legal credentials or degrees whatsoever. I'll avoid too much speculation there, but his LinkedIn profile seems to indicate that no, he's not a lawyer. But let's go deeper. Her personal website has some pretty severe discrepancies as well. For starters, the bottom of her privacy policy lists a data protection officer at Suite 101 Claymore House in Glasgow. A data protection officer obviously being an important part of auditing company operations for GDPR compliance. And the DPO, data protection officer, must also oversee this process as a separate entity from the company itself. I hope I have all that correct. I'm not an expert on GDPR compliance. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Here's the thing, if you go to the terms of use page, the legal department is also Suite 101 Claymore House in Glasgow. And Suite 101 Claymore House in Glasgow is just a proxy mailbox service. Basically, her legal department and her data protection officer are a PO box disguised as an operational suite address, as per the designed services of mailboxes, etc., which occupies Suite 101, and she is really just using a proxy PO box which is not in compliance with GDPR as far as I can tell. Now, this could be inconsequential, it could be some elaborate misunderstanding, or it could simply be an attempt by a boyfriend and girlfriend in way over their heads, by the way, to appear official and corporate. But no matter what it really is, it doesn't look good, that's for damn sure. Now, from information sent to the quartering, Suzy Lu has been countering notices that are manually sent, claiming her work is infringing on established copyright. This information also indicated that a larger, much more official lawsuit was being established by TV Tokyo, among other companies, and that the walls were closing in rapidly. But as far as that claim is concerned, I have no way to truly know what is or is not truthful. Regardless of where you fall on any one of these issues, however, the chain of events is hard to ignore. Girl makes anime reactions. Girl gets criticized for violating copyright with low-effort content by the commentary community. Girl strikes down criticism claiming it is infringing on her copyright, or that it is cyberbullying. That's another really easy go-to claim for her, and she's used it frequently. Girl gets criticized more for being hypocritical and incorrect. Girl triples down, continues to paywall the infringing material, and then gets 100 plus DMCA takedown notices. Girl quadruples down, transitioning during that same time frame to her own website while adjusting the material further, away from the tactic that was allowing her to dodge copyright systems on YouTube in the first place. All this time, Girl claims to have a YouTube partner manager in her corner, goes back and forth on whether or not she can actually get YouTube to do special things for her, and projects a steadfast legal presence with her boyfriend that is really just a P.O. box that they probably check together on weekends. But wait, that can actually be proven because maybe the P.O. box is really two P.O. boxes in the same place that are owned by actual data protection firms or legal offices. It's possible, right? Wrong. Because if you search the address, you immediately get taken to a video on Stejo's channel where they are doing a P.O. box opening together to show things sent to them at their personal P.O. box right there for the public to see with the address in the description. With the utmost sincerity here, Suzy Lu, if you end up watching this, although she's probably not, she'll just say it's cyberbullying or a hate video or whatever. It's not just criticism anymore. It's not just hate videos. It's a veritable hurricane of copyright issues that, as far as I can tell, while admittedly not being an expert at all in any capacity, you really are not prepared for or equipped to handle. Not many people are or would be. Anime production companies and their parent organizations especially are often really heavy hitters. If you are not absolutely certain, like beyond any shadow of a doubt, with an actual team of lawyers behind you coaching every single move, that this content does not risk your future, just stop producing it. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Her Discord server was subjected to a very suspicious content purge, her Patreon got the same treatment, and it is speculated that this was to hide evidence, and it would pretty well coincide with the fact that she got all those DMCA takedown notices, and then right about the same time the Patreon got purged, and surprise, we're moving to our own website to better benefit the viewers, but really, who knows? Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But all things considered, it's been one of the commentary and drama focal points for 2020, without question. To wrap it up, that is how a seemingly random girl on YouTube doing innocuous anime reactions, or seemingly innocuous, became an actual trending topic, with alleged lawsuit investigations by major publishers, including Funimation, TV Tokyo, and apparently others as well. All with alleged internal Google investigations on top of that, once again disclosed to the quartering. And all of those steps, magnified by a worldwide pandemic and absolute boredom for hundreds of millions of people who are locked at home, is what created the Suzy Lu Goldrush, where channels are raking in millions upon millions of views on this specific topic alone, and it might stick around for quite a while yet as she habitually extends the lifespan of her critics' interest through repeated additional actions. A lot of people forget one key step in the reporting process for a story like this. Many viewers picture a world where you hunt down the details for a topic or gather some from those willing to speak up, but that's only half the truth. The other half, at least what the other half should be, is a constant struggle to kill your own story. If you can figure out a plausible explanation that overrides all the potential malfeasance or discrepancies or whatever the main subject would or could be, then you can kill your own story, and you should kill it. If you can't figure out any sort of explanation or get even close to comprehending how or what would ever explain the things that have appeared, then it proceeds to be made. That's where we are with Suzy Lu. I actively did not want to cover this for quite a while, but eventually coverage won out, and that other half, I searched for it, I truly did, but I could not find a single trace of anything that would plausibly explain all this, so here we are. That's it for today, though. If you want support, there are links down below: merch, Patreon, Twitter, another gaming YouTuber named AxialGT. Please support his content and subscribe, and some other stuff as well, as a bunch of other channels that helped with the investigation for this, and I gleaned information from them on top of that. I wanted to make sure to double mention that, but I'll cut it there and stop rambling. As always, thank you all for watching, and have a nice night.